Hey y'all, hey, this is I Give. I'm getting into freedom for life. I'm back with the second parts of our Q&A question and answer in our 12 days before Christmas video series. So we are just going to jump right back on in the questions. And remember, I will be looking up and I will be looking down to remind myself of some of the questions. It's not that many left. But the first question is, would you be better off with built-ins? And I'm going to answer this and how I think you're asking. I think it's just direct. Because I have said that this is a self-made or self-built camper van. As you can tell, this is the first time. I think this is the first time you have seen more of my van. No, it's not. It's not the first time. But like this is home. This is not home. Like this is our van. These are like our curtains. My auntie made these curtains. Can y'all see these curtains? Yeah, they're amazing. And I showed y'all before our bed that was in a box. But to answer the question, would I be better off with built-ins? Yeah. Yes. I don't get it twisted. Do not think you have to go and get your van built out by somebody else or that you have to put in that blood, sweat, and tears on the front end. But just being in the van for some time, you learn what you need. You learn some things that, ooh, if I had done this or if I do this, this would be a little bit better. Um, I have come to find that I have a lots of space, but it's dead space. It's wasted dead space. I have gaps that if it was designed better and if I had true built-ins, I could easily, access those spaces. But because you have to like get down on your hands and knees and break your neck almost, it's like, yo, just leave this space like it is, especially like over the wheel well. I I envision in my head like, oh my God, if I had a shelf right over that, I could use more of the space. It's just it's it's unused and I could make really good use of it. So yes, I really really wished I had built-ins, and maybe it's a project. But y'all remember, I keep saying I won't do a video tour until I get my camper van how I want it to be. So it's like I'll never get a doggone tour up home. Anyway, so the next question is, um, where do we sleep? And I'm really not sure if you're asking, do we sleep in a bed separately? Where does the baby sleep with me? Does she sleep in her own space? Or where do we park? So I would just answer it two ways. I have my own bed. I've always had my own bed. I've never co-slept with my child, like inside of a house and in this van. I don't like to really sleep with my child. I love her, but I like my space. I have a full size mattress, and this is the latest mattress I have. Because my first one, I just got some doggone mattresses that goes on your outside furniture. I literally did that, and an egg crate. Yeah, that's what I had. But I finally have a foam mattress. It's a 10-inch foam mattress, and y'all, ugh, honey, get your life. It feels so good. It really does. So yeah, this is a good splurge you need to get if this is what you want. I have a full size bed that I sleep in, and my daughter, she has her own space right below my bed, and I'll call a spade a spade. Her bed was not built with wood. It's a like everything else you do in van life. It's a multi-purpose space. It's literally an ottoman. Mhm. It's an oversized ottoman, not like the little small ones, but a long, rectangular type ottoman. Um, and I have fixed it up just like her bedroom, her old bedroom. I have her old sheets and spreads. I have her old curtains and everything back in her area. So yes, I have a bed, a full size bed. It's tight. Again, that's why we need built-ins, I guess. And the baby, she has her own bed. Um, and to answer if like where we park, that wasn't the question, but I'm going to answer it both ways. When we were doing stealth van life, I'm not gonna lie to you. Literally I parked where I lived. I didn't park in the same condominium. Well, actually, I did. Well, so like there's condominiums, apartments, houses, all in one cluster, like 2, 3 streets of all of these things. And I've lived in the same area for over 7 years, so I knew all the safe places. I lived in the suburbs, so of course, in my opinion, it was a very safe place, so I wasn't leaving. So I just parked on the street or literally inside of the apartment complexes or the condos. I parked inside of those places. Sometimes, actually, I never parked at a Walmart. Well, I've only parked at a Walmart twice, and I really didn't like that. um, but yeah, I just park where I know the area. Now that we are getting back to van life, I don't know the area. So where I have been parking since we've been out exploring spaces outside of my comfort zone, we park at campgrounds. We park at still at apartment. I still park in parking lots in apartment parking lots. I park, oh, in my comfort zone. I do park in hotel spaces. I do. Um, I've tried, was not successful in my bougie area. Now, where I lived in the suburbs, I tried to park at a hospital. Where I had my baby at? Do you know security came and knocked on the door? Well, he didn't knock on the door, but he was flashing his lights, and I just popped out the van. I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Or whatever. But I have parked at other hospitals a few times. Um, yeah, so I park. Oh, I park in open spaces. My mom gets upset with me, or she questions why I do things. But listen, I what I'm doing is not a secret. It's not a secret. I'm not going to offer like, hey, I'm doing van life, but I've always been this person. I park under a light. Like if I'm parking in a parking space where it is still people out, like a Walmart or something like that, or the hotel or wherever, I literally park under a light and I find the cameras and I try to park as close as possible to those cameras. Some people may say, no, don't do that. But for me, because I got a baby in here, I want you to know that I'm in here. And if something do pop off, y'all know who done it. You know who did it. You saw who was circling around my van. And if we come up missing, at least you can find or you can see their face, and you can go put my MI but missing person request out for me. No, I joke, but I'm being honest or whatever. I literally park in spaces not secluded. I don't want to be secluded. I park in the open, but I'm still stealth about it. If we were still in the city, but now that we are on the road or getting back on the road, campsites, or like I said, in apartment complexes or hotels. Oh, and truck stops. I love truck stops. The next question is, do we watch Bob Wells? That is my uncle from another mother. Literally I call him Uncle Bob. Yes. Of course, I watch Bob Wells. I think we have all watched Bob Wells. A lot of my tips or suggestions possibly have come from him, and or just doing this um, for the past, well, I don't know how you want to calculate, 6 months before COVID, and now getting back out now. I do offer a little bit, not more, but just a different perspective because I have a baby. But yes, Bob Wells is my go-to guy, was my go-to guy the year plus prior to entering the van life community while I was researching. And even now, when I see he posts a new video, I'm all online looking at it, as well as, going back in his playlist if I have a question about something. Yeah, I watch Bob Wells. Um, One of the comments that was left on that Q&A from the young lady, she made a suggestion about having a carbon monoxide detector. And also, I think on the same question, she made a comment to me about rodents. And then also, I had an experience, not with rodents, but with ants getting in my van. So I want to show you an answer. Yes, I have a carbon monoxide detector. I haven't, well, I cut it open finally. I haven't put it up yet because I didn't. No excuses, no excuses. So yeah, I have one. I need to not be that person. Oh, why her house burned down? I see this lady got doggone. I'm not gonna be that person. I'm going to, plug it in. You have to plug it in. I think that's why. This is a plug-in one, and yeah, plug in, and you can use batteries. I don't know. I didn't research, but yes, I have a carbon monoxide detector, not yet used, but I will get it up. My uncle's a doggone fireman. He would kill me. Oh my lord! Don't tell anybody. But anyway, safety first. I know. Next, my experience. So we were out in the country, y'all, and I left my side doors open, and we were, what do you call it? What do you call it? Not boondocking, mooch docking. And so I was plugged in at my aunt and uncle house, and so I don't know how. I do not know how it happened, but there were ants. They crawled up the extension cord, and they literally crawled in my van, and they had a great. Whew, I'm glad it was a great trail, so we didn't have to necessarily search for them. I pulled out my little can of spray. I had some Raid spray, and my auntie snatched it out my hand, and she was like, no, no, no. She was like, use this. Yo, this stuff right here, um, it won't harm plants, and it's for indoor and outdoor use. This is some good stuff. So I have Raid. I have went. This was hard to find, this particular one, but I have like 2 cans of this um, in my stockpile, as well as of course Deets, um, and like the little bracelets that have the bug repellent. I put that on the baby and on myself as well. So we have protection, so to speak, for um, terrible little bugs. Yeah. And then another question that has been asked of me so many times: how do you stay warm? Well, I have a down blanket. I have 2 blankets under that blanket. I'm definitely not under all of those blankets. I'm just under um the first 2 blankets, because I like my blanket right under my down blanket is super soft and comfy. So I love how that feels. And then of course I put the down blanket on top of me, but I generally kick that off because it gets too hot. And the baby, she has the same type of, not a down blanket, but she has the same soft blankets in her room, in her bed. Oh, and she has a wool blanket under her sheet, just to keep. I seen in one video, in a few videos, where you build heat from the bottom up. So I made sure I did extra padding in my daughter's area, in her bed area. Um, we also, if and when we do campsites or we have hookups, we have this. It's a dual zone heater and fan, so it's great. I can use this in. It's an all season fan, dual fan heater combo. I would not dare plug in the heater portion. Well, I did try, just testing. But I would not use this in my Jackery, in my battery. Absolutely not, because it exceeds the 500 watts. I wish I had more watts. I really do. One day, it's a purchase. We're gonna build up to one day. But when we have plug-in access, we can get plug-in electricity. I plug that in if it's cold, and I just plug it in for a few minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes, and it warms up the space. Um, and that's pretty much how it's been. I don't really go any place that is super cold, and I have no desire to be in any place that's super cold. So just my little fan heater combo, plug that in at times. We get warm by that. Um, and then good blankets. And that's about it. So anyway, that's all of the Q&A that has been sent to me thus far. I love having these questions. I love answering them. So if you have more, send them to me. Y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our videos.